Hello, guys. This is Coach Taylor. Welcome to WTCW, Coach Taylor's Wellness Radio. Today, I am coming on just to encourage you just a little bit. Just going to be with you for a little while, just to talk to you about little habits that can improve your life. Just taking those the time to just take care of yourself will absolutely change your life for the better. It will change how you handle your day to day, even how you are successful in your day to day. Just changing little habits. I always talk about taking purposeful pauses. Well, now I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about just making lifestyle changes. Taking care of ourselves should not be something that we think about doing and just think about it and that's it. It's something that we should think about, of course, but we should make plans to change things and implement those plans, even if it's little by little. I talk to people about exercising. If you're not exercising, taking the time to actually do it. Even if you start out with just 10 minutes a day, that's a start. That's a start. Let's talk about walking. Even if you start out just walking, you just want to move. It's so important. Walking. You may like to run. You may want to take on running, swimming, doing yoga, doing some tai chi or some qigong, some qigong, and weightlifting, or playing some type of sports, finding somewhere to play tennis, just somewhere to keep you moving. It is one of the most beneficial habits that you can commit to. And what are some of the benefits? I talk to people all the time, and they'll tell me different things. They can't sleep at night, or they're having trouble with weight management. And they don't have any energy. Maybe they're stressed out. Their body feels stressed. And exercise can play a big role in improving those things that you have. That you're concerned about, those things that, if you're concerned about those things, exercise can benefit you in that way. Exercise helps to reduce stress. It helps to improve your heart health, helps to improve your brain health. There's just so many advantages of keeping your body moving. Movement is so important for a healthful life, physically, mentally. Let's talk about planning your day, not just letting your day be a fly-by-night thing. Planning out your day. It is like so effective. It's like, for me, it's the most effective way to follow through with something, follow through with those important tasks, and you don't get sidetracked, but you follow through with the most important tasks that need to get done, and then everything else just flows with that. You're able to manage your time better if you plan. And these are just some things I just want to throw out there just to encourage you. Some of you may be already doing this, and that's wonderful. But if you're not, I'm just encouraging you. These things that will improve your life and keep your stress level at an even level. I'm not saying that you won't have stress, but you'll be able to better maintain your stress level. Let me say it like that. If you plan your day, you're able to manage that time better, and when your tasks are in place, when your tasks are placed like on an organized time frame, you have everything kind of figured out how you want to do it. Even if you get sidetracked, it's still gonna flow better, because you're gonna be able to go back to the plan. You can plan out your day, making a to-do list. That's one of my go-to things is my to-do list. I'm on a schedule. I am so on a schedule, and that works for me. Prioritizing your task from like what's least important to what's most important, and setting that structure for your day. every day, and have a realistic deadlines for whatever you have to do, making sure that you don't set yourself out there too far. Sometimes we spread ourselves too thin, and you don't want to do that, you know, and leaving room for some unexpected events, because you're going to get sidetracked throughout the day somehow, even if it's for a minute. But you're able to come back to the plan, come back to a schedule if you have yourself on a schedule. And, you know, I'm an early bird. I set goals, and even if it causes me to have to get up earlier than I plan, I do, because I want to be successful in my day to day. I am committed to my workout. I am committed to my special time at the beginning of my day. I'm so committed to that. And if I have to get up an hour or 2 hours before time for me to get my day started, it's what I do, because it has become most important to me to follow through with what I have planned for my day every day. You know, waking up early. There's no saying the early bird gets the worm. They don't say that for nothing. It is true. For those of us with competitive spirits, and some of us do have that, waking up early gives you a head start, an extra hour to add, you know, more activities to your day, you know, to complete extra activities for your day. You know, waking up early also gives you more time to accomplish the task, you know, that you have set before you. Those tasks that you need to complete, you have more time, and you're more refreshed when you go out to do those things that you have to do, or start out at those to do those things that you start to do. So it's so important, you know, to wake up early, you know, and just get your day fresh started before the whole world wakes up. You have that quiet time. It's important, and you plan what you want to do during that time. What do I do? That time for me is special time for me to wake up and to show gratitude, which we're going to talk about later. You know, that's my little me time, my prayer time, my meditation time, my workout time. I do those things when everything is quiet, and I have that time for me. You know, being creative is another way to improve your life. Art is another way to improve your life. We all have that creativity in us. We have talent that is just waiting to be brought out. It's waiting for you to allow it to be seen, to be heard, and making this a habit can be very satisfying. You know, it can be an experience that's very satisfying, and for some, it can become a career. You have talents within you. If you just let those talents out, you'd be surprised what you can actually do with those talents, making it a habit, you know, and you find, oh wow, this is something that I can actually use and turn into a way of being an income. And there are many ways you can express yourself and be creative. You know, some of the ways is through, you know, dancing, sports, painting, writing, write a book, cooking. You know, you may be good at coding and designing. You may want to create something there. Communication, you know, movies. Do you act well? You know, you just never know. You communicate well. You just never know what you can do with that. Radio broadcasting, podcasting, so many ways. Reading is key. I always have told my kids, and now I'm telling my grandkids, those that read lead. My granddaughter told me, she changed it a little bit, those that read succeed. I like that. Thanks, Ava. And that's the youngest granddaughter. She shared that with me, and I thought that was really, really very cutesy and also very grown-y. I like that. She changed it a little bit. Grandmommy's not mad at her. That was good. That was good. But reading daily builds your knowledge. Reading is key. Knowledge is key. And it transforms your mind. It exercises your mind. But knowledge is so powerful, and it benefits you so much. It improves your vocabulary. It learns your new skills when you read. You find things that you're interested in. It improves what you already know. and it expands overall your knowledge. Read about things that interest you, things that you may want to get into, improve your storytelling skills. Isn't it fun to get together with a group of people that you enjoy being around and you guys do storytelling? If you haven't did that, you need to try it. Writing, if you're a writer and you love to write, writing is amazing. Even if you're not a writer, just try it. You start writing and you write daily. It's a great way to improve one of the most essential skills we all need to develop. Writing is necessary for communication. Writing in business, if you're in business and you're doing marketing, it's important to develop those marketing skills, those writing skills. It develops your persuasion skills. These are just some things that I just felt, the need to just share. Expanding thoughts and expanding your ideas. If you're working with a group of people, and you're working together to produce marketing ideas for your business, for your group business, or just a business on your own. And these are some things that I shared with my class. Just last week, we really got into this and we studied this, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to put this on the broadcast as well. Gratitude, showing gratitude and being thankful, being grateful on a daily basis. It really improves your overall overlook of life, and it improves your emotional state. It changes the way you see things, the way you think about things. You begin to see things in a better light. You see the positive and the negative. It's amazing to pull positive out of situations when they're not so positive. But it causes you to see things differently, and it causes you to be able to suppress the stress, get rid of the stress. Let me say it like that. It makes life less stressful when you are grateful and you're showing gratitude. You feel lighter and less frustrated. Just as I said before, less stress. Less stress. Isn't that best? Less stress in your your day-to-day, because sometimes the day brings struggles and challenges, and you're able to be thankful and grateful that the situation is not worse than what it was. And lastly, we're going to talk about meditation. I can't encourage you enough to take those purposeful pauses. It's just a great way to relax and to let go. 10 minutes, 5 minutes, if you don't have 10, 15, 25 minutes is even better, to just do a daily meditation. It just benefits you so much. It increases your awareness, it increases your focus and your memory. Your intuition is better. It just helps your emotions. It's an emotional regulator. Let me tell you, it definitely it does. It emotionally regulates you, and it makes you have a higher stress tolerance. You don't get stressed out so quickly, and you don't stay stressed out because you revert back to what works, and meditation works. Taking that purposeful pause work. So I want to encourage you, try these habits, and I guarantee you, I promise you, they will improve your quality of life. They will improve how you handle your day-to-day from beginning to the end. I really encourage you to do this, guys. Have a wonderful day. It's been wonderful to chat with you. This is Coach Taylor. Please go ahead and follow and hit that subscribe button and follow me here wherever you're listening to my podcast. Have a wonderful day, guys. Shalom.